What's up, everybody? Welcome back for some more Celeste. We are going to jump back in and keep going with 6B. We made it pretty deep in last time, but did not finish it. So, we're just going to keep on going. What's up, Night Penguin? So, you're having a longer stream tomorrow. Does that mean extra Dwarf Fortress or a mix of games? Probably a mix. It's probably going to be more Vampire Crawlers, since that's another one of our mainline games, and we've been on it for a while, and I want to try to wrap it up. So, probably going to be that for a while, and then Dwarf Fortress for a while. That's the plan. All right. We did a little bit of this room last time, right? I got started on it and then was like, you gotta stop, man. Because I remember this. Or am I back a room? But I remember this very distinctly. Either way. Okay. Smacking those there. Yeah, we're doing a longer stream tomorrow. So the schedule says 5:30, but we're going to start at 2 p.m. We'll probably do a helping of Doles and all that and then jump in, yeah, for some Vampire Crawlers. Maybe I'll even skip the Doles. I don't know. You're gonna get huge and dwarf that fortress. I'm excited to play more Dwarf Fortress. I really enjoyed it the first time around. A lot of fun. And now it's been a while since we've played like more of that kind of like crafty, survival-y game, and I'm craving it a bit. I'm excited to play Terraria Calamity as well for that reason. We like dipped our toes into Terraria doing the event, and it was fun to get back into that genre, and I'm excited to do a full playthrough. The only thing is, it's so damn long, man. It's so damn long. I stream about 30 hours a week, so, you know, a game like Terraria Calamity, that might be like 100 hours. Considering it's only going to actually get, like, you know, tops 6 hours of time a week. It's going to take us 10 weeks minimum, you know? Or, sorry, way more than that. I was thinking 60 hours, but I said 100 hours. All right, take me up over this way. Badeline, the little pink thing up top is too much. That'd be a very funny thing for a husband to complain about when the wife is like, you just cannot make me come. There's two things to deal with. There's a hole and there's a button, and I gotta what, master it all? Come on. I'm not a fucking rocket scientist. Dwarf Fortress and Paralyzed, wrote Dwarf Forest. Come on. Yeah, sometimes we do give some requests extra time, like when we can, but I also, in a way, I feel like I like doing that when I can squeeze it, but I also feel like it's almost bad form sometimes because it's unfair to the other people whose requests get shorter amounts of time, so on and so forth. No. All right. Hard screen. Hard screen. All right. Reasonable approach in general is to break up streaming schedule into days of various types of content for variety streamers, not necessarily the same days each week. Doing each of your days, once every 2 weeks, Souls Day, Metroidvania, community games, Survival Crafter. Yeah, that's true. And we, like, sort of do that with, like, slots. Yeah, it's just, you know, in a way, the more you codify, the less freedom you have, you know? And that kind of codification is a little more free, but yeah. I don't know, something like that is good. I needed a dash one more time, man. We're getting better, though. Just stick at it, we're gonna make progress. Yeah, it's sort of on vibes with the wreck as well, to be fair. Almost. If we're getting annoyed a week. It's understandable, though, to spend more time on games that are good for stream. I think most people want your stream to do well. True. And, of course, I always, at the end of the day, I reserve the right to be like, I am gonna choose what we do. I'm gonna choose what we do, basically. But, I don't know, I like to take it into account because the community is a big part of the reason that this stream is anything at all. So, you know, it's all about, it's a balancing act. There we go, baby. It's a balancing act, but yeah, for what it's worth, I feel like it's sort of like an unwritten thing that people understand, where it's like, if we do a request and then I post the VOD on YouTube and that VOD gets like a couple thousand views and people are coming into the stream being like, hey, really enjoyed that, like en masse, of course I'm then going to be like, wow, we should play that game more. You know? I will respond to that type of feedback. We just mostly don't get it, you know? A weekly schedule can be too limiting? Maybe. But I mean, we sort of already do what you're saying in a way where we don't stick to an exact weekly schedule every week. And we do vary it based on, you know, whatever is happening. Like Noida Week is an example of that. Get owned, nerd. You gotta be coming on my actual face. Terraria, yeah. Huge. Damn you! But yeah, something like Dwarf Fortress also is good for the stream in the way that at least I personally prefer streaming systems-based games over story-based games. So something like Deltarune, I enjoy the game and chat enjoys watching it, and like I think it is good for the channel in that way. But it's not my favorite style of game to stream overall, so I'm happy for it to exist only as a requests thing. You know? Which we're playing Deltarune on Saturday. We got more Deltarune coming, and there's more Deltarune out. Tobias Fox released more of his game. Gotta turn sharper than that. I didn't switch to the analog stick. Alright. I just realized you don't have to be climbing on the wall to jump off of it, for what it's worth. You're just pushed up against it, that's enough. A distinction I might have known before, but had certainly forgotten at some point. Could be important. That was wrong. That was wrong. Oh. Fewer, the more you enjoy playing, the more I enjoy watching, for sure. And I'll always stick to that kind of thing, where I do believe that as well, just as a viewer who watches a lot of this style content. I agree with that as well. And I think one of the ways that I want to very subtly distinguish myself from other similar creators, because to be clear, I've always seen myself as like a, you know, just like variety, like yapping streamer who, it's mostly about the banter and stuff. I'm not like amazing in any of the games. I don't have like the best insights or knowledge about how games are made to like give like really cool commentary or anything like that. It's about just like vibes and laughing and making poop jokes and stuff. But one of the ways that I do want to differentiate myself slightly and is important to me is playing games that I actually like and care about and think are cool, rather than just games that will perform well on the stream. And one of the ways that that manifests itself, I think, is someone like, as a good example, I love Northern Lion. I think Northern Lion's a good example of like a yapping creator who's just like about making jokes and stuff. But I find that he often will only play games that are like, these allow me to just uncontested just sit here and just talk with chat and not really like worry too much and stuff, and will never really play, I don't know, he just like doesn't engage with the medium as much for like a bunch of genres, because it's like, doesn't fit with the thing. And I want to maintain my passion for just like playing games that I think are cool and sharing genuine excitement about those games as I experience them for the first time, you know, regardless of whether or not it is perfect for the metric. Because there was like an instance, to continue on the Northern Lion example, there was an instance where he said fuck it to the analytics and said, I'm going to play all of Marvel's Midnight Suns. And it's like such a good series. And I loved it so much because that's a good game. And he clearly really likes the game. And he admits many times that it's not doing well analytically and stuff. But he's like, fuck it, for this one, I like it and I'm going to play it. And it's such a good series. And it's the kind of thing where it's like, do that, you know? Oh, Wash Gamer, that's right. The best at any of the games, man, is yapping and clearing a ridiculously dexterity demanding gamers. True, but it's a lot of repetition. I'm losing a lot in the interim. losing a lot in the interim. So I don't know. It's important to me, and I feel like that's another example of the same thing as Game Grumps. Another good example of that is Game Grumps. I feel like a lot of the time now, they don't play very many, like, games. They play, like, Power Wash Simulator and Dream Daddy, and, you know, Dream Daddy's their game, actually. But, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of... They have stopped being like, we're going to play through all of, you know, this adventure game. And... But they do stuff that's more just purely supportive of the show sort of being a podcast, which I get. Which I get because sometimes I chafe at that exact thing in games where I'm like, I'm sitting here and having to read the dialogue the whole time and I want to be able to, like, stream, you know? So I do get the tension, and I'm just trying to make sure it's something I kind of keep a grip on. Something I keep a grip on because I do want to keep that for the love of the game aspect there, alive, you know? Hey, what's up, Bottom? Thank you for the good luck. Respect that. Thank you, Mango. Yeah, if we get you a new computer, you could do your own streams. Why not? If you want to. She said she'd be tempted. Balance, yeah. Yeah, we also have to do some stuff to try to grab the attention of the algorithm. Whether or not we think that the way the system works is right, it is the way that it works, and we have to play by the rules somewhat. You know? And it's about finding the ways that work for everybody with that. Like, the Terraria event was fun. And I think that was a decent pull for YouTube as well. It was a decent, like, you know, lottery ticket to pull. And we got to find those kind of midpoints where it works. You... What I'm not a fan of is folks that used to play games but now have gone full-time into streaming marbles but still act like it's a game. Yeah, that's fair. I'm surprised that people watch marbles full-time. I think marbles is very fun as a sometimes food. You know, both as a viewer and a streamer. Marbles after, like, tops 90 minutes of marbles is like I'm good for, like, days. You know? Hasn't Tangled stuff got up on YouTube? It did, yep. It went up on the VOD channel. We didn't do an edit of it. And it was an entertaining, chaotic session. I'm not gonna reel with you. I don't know if it's the... I'll be real with you. I don't know if it's the best content for an edit. Gonna watch it from your perspective. Yeah, the VOD's a fun time. The dream is to remain creating content without trying to be a content creator. There has to be a middle ground, yeah. Well, I think one of the things that is frustrating is you're kind of forced to deteriorate more as you're getting started, which is when you're trying most to differentiate. You know? Like, you're trying to establish this is who I am within the space, yada yada. Do not die. Like, let's go! You're trying to differentiate, like, this is who I am in the space, and I want to make content of this variety in this way. And then the algorithm is like, don't. Basically. To put it in the simplest terms, the algorithm is like, don't. And it pushes you, all of the data pushes you to do things against those instincts, and you need to decide, like, where to, you know, concede. You know, where to concede. There are no individuals. We got that checkpoint, baby. Join the hive. I can scream it. I was worried about my screen more. That makes sense. Cheap viewer engagement. Yeah, it's not necessarily cheap, but, like, yeah, it can be abused. It's a weird thing to do as your core product, I think. Yeah, it lets you engage with viewers. GG, thank you. People get genuinely excited about marbles around here, so I'm happy to do it, you know? Celeste is actually a decent example, by the way. Celeste does fine as far as streams go. We get what I would say is our normal viewership, which I'm very grateful to get. Okay, we need you to launch me. I would say we get our normal viewership, which I'm very appreciative of and all that. But the Celeste VODs do, like, dog dick for numbers on YouTube. But I think this game is really cool, and I think it's good for the stream, and I'm going to finish it. You know? Because, like, I like it, and I have decided that, basically. And I know that that is suboptimal, but I've, like, accepted that some decisions are going to be suboptimal, and if I don't make it because of that, I don't make it because of that. Like, whatever. This is the way I'm trying to do it. Yeah. God, tit. I had to go to the left there. I am the strimmer, yeah. It's just tough because then, you know, you have those... I think the thing that makes it really difficult is then you have those moments where you're like, why is it not working? And it's like, well, maybe it's not fucking working because you're refusing to play by the rules sometimes. You know? So it's... You're trying to find where that line is, but the feedback you're getting about whether or not you're finding the right line is actually very unclear. Not transparent. Save money on worse toilet paper, you can enjoy your wiping experience more. Yes, but... Yeah, it's... That makes sense in a way. I guess it's because I do have the ultimate goal of, like, you know, doing this full time, and I am trying to do that, so I am holding myself to that standard, which is maybe not realistic. Pink stuff, don't stab me! Follow a streamer that plays Pokemon, Tomodachi. Use marbles to select things like who gets the nickname, who hits character in the island. That's fun. Yeah, that's fun. The abstract analogy. No, yeah, I got you. I met you there. That's the way. You just gotta bounce off. Oh. Decent little bit of sight reading there at the end. You gotta go up to the wall. I tried to go up and over the stinky pinky, which is not the way. Tit. Too early? Kinda sick. Yeah, it's... These levels, once again, I said this last time we played this. We haven't been yapping about the game too directly tonight. But these levels, when you're in the zone and you're doing it right, it feels awesome. It feels awesome. This game has an amazing game feel from top to bottom. And doing these very difficult levels correctly, you feel like a fucking god. It's awesome. What's up, bird? Chicken butt, brother. Come on. Man, I wish I had buffalo chicken. I don't have buffalo chicken tonight. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might just die. I wonder, there's a 24-hour CVS by us. I wonder if the 24-hour CVS sells buffalo chicken. Chicken butt indeed. I don't know why I'm so addicted to this frozen buffalo chicken, chat, but I see it in my fucking dreams. It's not even that good. You know, I feel like objectively I can see that it's not that good. Beginning to feel like a plat god? What the hell is a plat god? You're a god of the platinum rank in League of Legends. Why are those all those other ones? Not really that much of my type of game, but I know what you mean when I get into that flow state in the Ori games. Gotcha. Yeah, it to me, Mira, it honestly, like I was saying last time, it kind of feels similar to, like, you know, clearing a fast solo in a Guitar Hero game where you're kind of like holding on by the seat of your pants, but reacting. And what's that way up there in the middle? Platformer. Needed the monosyllabic replacement. I got you, waiting. Elegant. What happens if I just go over there? Ah, you take me back! I just needed to go over there the whole time. This room actually seems not that bad. And you have to go straight up there. You... I think too many folks who are content creators are trying to piece too many algorithms at once, all at the same time, and this creates conflicting goals with their content. Well, because you kind of have to, unfortunately. Like, you have to just, at the base level, make the best content you can, but then the very best thing to do right now is to, like, post that shit everywhere, basically. Almost. And all the different sites have slightly different algorithms that respond differently to different stuff. I mean, a lot of the advice you see actually says, like, to change stuff. Says, like, to change stuff between the different you know, algorithms where it's like, well, if you're posting on Instagram Reels, you should do this, versus on TikTok, you want to edit for this primarily, and YouTube Shorts is a totally different audience. And that I just ignore, not because I think it's wrong, but because I fucking can't handle it. Because logistically, it's simply too much for me to worry about. No! The Twitch's baseline. Literally, yeah, as a baseline, you must be doing all 4 of those. Well, makes sense if you have multiple editors. Yeah, right now, Bird does all the long-form stuff, and the shorts are pretty much all still me. Every once in a while, we get a short from Bird as well, but largely, they're still all me. There's just only so much we can do, man. God damn. Yeah, Bird's the MVP. It's all extremely clip shorts bias now, too, 100%. Which is another big part of the reason I wanted to start recording the dulls, and that we did, like, the pre-stream as recorded segment today. Because I think sometimes some of our best possible clips come from that, and we haven't been recording it for a long time. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Don't shoot me. Just kill me. I need a second. I need a second, Badeline. I need a second, bro. You drew my hatred for pandas and hope for the best? Yeah, 100%. Bird, we should probably talk about what's next, by the way, what the next edit is. I feel like we should probably do another, Noida video. After having the 2 Terraria ones back to back. I don't know, though. Maybe there's something else we should do. But we need to figure that out. We got to get something else cooking in the edited pipeline. Alright, what's going on with this room? Please no tell me at 20-hour plus? Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look. I think the next Noida run we need to cover is the, like, Heaven one. I think we did the Heaven one last. Now we need to cover the Hell run. I think is the situation. It's like something like that. I went back and plotted out a bunch of good ones and talked about it with the mods and stuff a while back. Oh! I see what I need to do. I need to grab that little shelf up there. No, I don't. Because I can't get there without a dash. If I could get there without a dash, it would make sense. Gotta take that yump. An edit of Leah's portion of the 24-hour stream? I mean, we could. Oh, God. I feel like no disrespect to Leah. I love Leah around here, but with the edited content, we need to keep it tighter. We need to keep it tighter than that, you know? Unfair or not, I am the main character. Alright. Main character syndrome. I mean, I think you gotta be. You gotta be in this business. Hit. You want to be on the other side for that. Not bad, though. Obviously, the main character's oatmeal. True. Major case of solipsism taking hold. I actually don't know what that means, Mira, and I'm embarrassed by it because it is the name of a Hail the Sun song, and I still don't know what it means. And I should have looked it up at some point, but I never have. So can you actually tell me what it means? Don't tell Chad I didn't know, though. No! We gotta, like, get around to the other side of that from there. Aren't sure the reality is reality. Oh. Do we ignore that little block there and just take the launchables? Where I learned it? Well, it was where I saw the word and Googled it. From Hail the Sun? That's amazing. Neo in the Matrix, for example. Gotcha, okay. Great band, Mira. I hope you've been enjoying them if you've been listening to Hail the Sun. Your mind is the only true real one, okay. How lonely. How lonely. I'm sure is the way that it gets represented in art quite a bit. Oh, I need to hit the thing again. Maybe. Ouch. The things you directly perceive. Yeah, like, how do I know Spain is real? I've never been there, that kind of thing. Polar bears aren't real. I've never seen one. For the years, another popped on random X-Side going. Great song. Hell yeah. Yeah, they're a good time. Great snog. Is snogging still a common term in Great Britain? Or did it fall out of popularity because Harry Potter used it too much? No polar bears at the zoo? I've probably seen a polar bear at the zoo. But you know what I mean. You're smelling what I'm stepping in, G. See? We've made out while listening to Hail the Sun. That's probably true. Think therefore I am, but I only for sure that I am. Nothing more. My experience are just things that happen in my mind. Are they true? Who knows? Not me. Haven't heard for a hot minute, but I wouldn't bat an eye if someone said it. Yeah. Not a fan of the word either. Yeah, I feel like it probably has fallen out of popularity. I remember when I was abroad, a girl in Ireland told me that they called making out shifting. We're all NPCs living in Oates reality. It's funny, this kind of conversation coming up, because Leah and I just watched the True Detective finale last night, and that show has so much yapping about this kind of, like, philosophical, you know, mumbo-jumbo, what matters, what's real. Shifting was what she told me, yeah. And then we made out a little bit, and then she gave me a cigarette. Don't spoil? I won't. I won't. Roadwolf, you watched episode 1, right? In episode 1, one of the characters has this line. It's so fucking ridiculous and funny. Where he goes, I think human consciousness was a tragic misstep in evolution. A lot of nihilism that comes from this one character, and it's funny. I feel like solipsism could be a thing that he delves into. It's ooh. It was real. Everything is permitted. MC becomes Shrek. The cart was influential in solipsism. Is that how you pronounce it? Is it solipsism? Solipsism? My mom would tease me about girls and would often use snogging. I hated the words. It felt like hog, which felt piggish. It kind of does. I think snogging sounds indulgent. You know? Snogging sounds very indulgent. I guess making out's kind of indulgent. Hang on the P. Solipsism. True, nothing is true, goddamn. Some folks say that infants are born solipsists until they realize other children have similar experiences in life. Yet another reason that homeschooling is generally not a great idea when avoidable. I guess I shouldn't tell anyone how to live their life, but just from the stuff I've seen and read about. Oh! Nomming faces. Yeah, it kind of does. I've always thought that sucking face felt too visceral for that reason. Making out has always felt good to me. Making out feels just like clean, you know? You made out. For whatever reason, that... I know it's obviously a euphemism, you know? It doesn't really... It's not literal, but it... Oh. Yes! Let's go! Sucking face like an alien face hugger, yeah. That one, I feel like, Roto, people do say sucking face, but it's almost always when you want to be, like, sort of negative. Like, let's say, you know, someone you hate was making out with someone, you could be like, oh yeah, they were in there sucking face, it was disgusting. You know, it's almost a little more negative of a connotation usually when you say sucking face, but it definitely comes up. It's in the lexicon. Yeah, smooching's alright. I do like referring to kisses as smooches. Come on! Not smooching from Calvin and Hobbes. Calvin and Hobbes is insanely based. Bill Watterson was cooking with actual gasoline. Getting off with someone is another classic British slang for kissing. Really? Because, see, getting off here generally... Getting off in the U.S. generally implies full-on sex, that you came. You know, to get off is to finish. You know what I mean? Like, I went and saw my guma because I wanted to get off. Saxophones. Siphoning countenance. I do really enjoy countenance as a term, especially when it's a little more abstract and not necessarily their exact face, but kind of like a mix of their face and their demeanor and their mannerisms. Like somebody being described as having like a warm and inviting countenance often means that it's like the way they look and their mannerisms all together, you know? Guma sounds like grandma? What are you talking about? It's Gumar. I think there's technically an R at the end, but they definitely say Guma. You're getting off with your Guma? Oh my Guma is a mistress. You uncultured swine have never watched The Sopranos. What is the game here, Madeline? Game hurts my fingies. It's a fun one, Bubbles. No, I haven't. It's a good one. There it is. Boing. I don't watch a lot of movies. It's a show, but fair enough. Fair enough either way. Enjoy it quite a bit. I enjoy it quite a bit. I'm excited Rodol's watching season 1 of True Detective. A really good show. I love hearing how people enjoy watching it for the first time. Or at least season 1 is very good. The visage, no mere veneer of vanity, as a vestige of the vox populi now vacant, vanished. Is that from V for Vendetta? Tonsil hockey I have heard, actually. Yeah, tonsil hockey. Gotcha. Oh my god! Bro's gonna enjoy episode 2, I bet. Aga's saying that like the kind of guy who's watched episode 2 but not the rest of the show. You gooner. You grade A gooner. You see an excellent pair of cans in episode 2. I mean, you know, game respects game, Aga, but you gooner. You gooner. I thought that was a bounce. Watched V for Vendetta 5 times the night I first got it. Holy, another 5 the following day and the next. My goodness, memorized quite a bit. It's a good movie. Ah, decent though. Decent. Woo. God damn. Come, lady. Stuff like that. Yeah, it took me until just recently to realize I'm autistic. Yeah, you know. Transfer her in Percy Jack's movie. Yeah, I got you. She's very, very pretty. You're my butterfly. Sugar. Pay me. Alexandra Daddario is her name, right? That's the actress we're talking about, for anyone who's wondering, by the way. You said, come, come, my lady. Oh, I remember. I remember. I just failed to riff on it properly, Wash, and I let it peter out like, you know, most of my relationships prior to Leah. Ooh. Red butterfly, sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients chosen? Yeah, dude. I fucked with Powerpuff Girls heavy. I remember being, like, sort of embarrassed about it. Anybody else got me there? You know, because I was like, I wasn't that worried about it, but, like, some of my buddies would, like, give me crap for it. For liking Powerpuff Girls. But, like, it was good, man. No, nope. Well, apparently your friends were not the bullies that my friends were. And my older brother, I guess. Who was definitely a bully. You just get... Oh, you got stuff. Oh! PPG was great. I agree. I agree. I liked the show, and I even told people about it, and I got made fun of for it. I'm sorry. I should have stood my ground, chat. I'm sorry I didn't stand my ground. And for what it's worth, all those motherfuckers watched it too, but they would just be like, yeah, I'll watch it if it's on, bro, but I don't seek it out, you know? Like, they were fucking liars. Mojojo kicks ass, yeah. Buttercup was my favorite. I liked Bubbles. I was a Bubbles fan. I was the bully, so that's probably why. Nips and snails and puppy dog tails. The rug soft? Ooh, nice. Oh yeah, I forgot we got a new rug. Tried to get into My Little Pony a few times. If there were so many bronies, then surely it must be a good show, but wasn't really into it. I've never tried, but yeah, I don't doubt it. Go show chat the rug. I'm putting it right here. It's not somewhere you guys will see, but we got like an oval rug for this room in front of the stream setup. Check this fucker out. Look at it. Nice. It's your cape, Leah. A rug, yeah, it's a rug. A rug. Beefy hates liking things. Beefy just hates liking things. Actually, Beefy, now that I have your negative attention, learned something super fascinating about Peep Show. Finished season 1, by the way. I can't remember if I had finished season 1 by the last time I talked to you, but I finished season 1 of Peep Show. Sorry for not complimenting your rug, bro. I finished season 1 of Peep Show, which I really enjoyed, but I learned something fascinating about it because I was mentioning it to the D&D guys. I was talking to one of my buddies, Liam, and I was like, I think you recommended this show to me before, and he was like, yeah, that show rocks, whatever. And then our DM was like, I've been meaning to watch that, and I was like, oh, you know about it? And because he didn't kind of seen the type, basically, and he was like, yeah, it's made by the same dude who made Succession, which was fascinating to me because I love Succession. I'm really enjoying Peep Show so far, but they are not at all similar shows. Like, Succession is funny, but it is a drama that is funny. Like, Peep Show is very much like sitcom to the bone, you know? Breadth and depth. Have you watched Succession? Great show. Nope. It's a good time. I was also thinking about, Leah and I have been watching Veep recently, and Veep is written by a British writer. It's a really funny show. It's about, quote unquote, about American politics. The setting is American politics, but it's just a comedy. Oh wait, I could take that over the top. I see it now. Yeah. I feel like some of y'all British comedy enjoyers, if you haven't tried it, Veep is so funny and like beefy. Like if you really enjoy Peep Show, like if there's something about the writing of it that kind of reminded me of that like dry, very constant flow of like witty, you know, humor. Basically. Skirt around her. Don't do that actually. I don't even need that strat. Our other strat works. When is American politics not comedy? Fair. It's exception. Veep. Yep, show's called Veep. Very funny. I would highly recommend. It's some of the highest joke density in a show I've ever watched. Check it out. Hell yeah. Hope you enjoy it. Did you not? The original song of What Are the Little Boys Made Of has a road folk song index of 821, which is a database reference to 25,000 folk songs. Holy. How's the rug look over there? God damn, it looks good. That thing. I'll have to tuck it in a little bit, but I'll get over there and adjust it after stream, chat. I've been loving doing the interior decorating in the house, man. I feel like interior decorator is one of those jobs where, like, a lot of people would... That must be so competitive because a lot of people would like to do that. You know? I'm also sure it's much more boring when you actually get down to the brass tacks of it. The no perspective is amazing. The writer of Veep is a legend. Armando Iannucci is one of the godfathers of comedy writing. Yeah, thank you for the backup, Aga. He is. It's very good. Very good. Very funny. Yep. Hit. That was smooth. That was smooth as an uncracked into jar of peanut butter, bro. You know when you first open up the jar of smooth peanut butter and it's like, you know, it's like the virgin snows, untouched by man nor beast. You know, and then you just fucking penetrate that shit with your knife. You make it disgusting and unclean. You use crunchy peanut butter? Why, do you hate yourself? Come on, my cum. Making some progress here. The only good kind? That's crazy. Then again, y'all in Britain just basically don't fuck with peanut butter, right? Because you hate joy and freedom. Yes, let's go! Oh, I earned a hit. I don't want your smooth palm oil goop. I want a real man's nuts in my mouth. All right. I mean, well, at the end of the day, enjoy what you enjoy. I don't think crunchy is awful, but I definitely prefer smooth. Like if somebody gives me a sandwich, a peanut butter sandwich with crunchy peanut butter, I'm going to eat it. It's still good. He was on Taskmaster? Really? I didn't know that. I haven't seen that season, if so. I watched a bunch of Taskmaster, but not all of it. There is a lot of fucking Taskmaster. But I really enjoy it. It's good stuff. Funny show. I'll actually have to keep up with that on my own now. The way I would watch that is that ex-roommate I was talking about, Liam, he used to watch Taskmaster, so my Taskmaster exposure was just when he would have it on, which was a lot. Now I have to seek it out myself. You got... Where did he go? Here's 21. Might be the latest one. Gotcha. I keep repeating the same mistake. There it is. Yeah, she chooses where to blast you, because that time she just lets you sneak over to the wall. Wait, go over there. And also wrote and directed The Death of Stalin, not the actual event. Yeah, Death of Stalin's a very funny movie. I'd recommend that as well, honestly. I wasn't in love with, what was it, Space Force 9 or something? What was the name of that? Maybe that's not it. Space Force was the, like, Office revival. There was some other HBO show that would, like, it was like a space cruise ship. You know, like, imagine just a vacation cruise ship, but it's a spaceship. And it's got Hugh Laurie in it as, like, the, like, you know, captain of the ship. And other... Got, the dude that plays the snowman, Josh Gad. Got Josh Gad in it. Yeah, Dr. House is in that show and Josh Gad. And that one, like, had funny bits, but I definitely can see why it did not get renewed for another season, that sort of thing. There were some very funny parts. And my roommates at the time were, like, you know, very down to try it because we really liked Armando Iannucci's other stuff. Come! Yeah, I've watched that. Another one, but haven't seen it. Yeah, like, I would say, compared to his other stuff, it is of notably lower quality. It still has some good bits and some clever stuff and whatnot, but... I know, that one was close. I gotta wait a second, although that's never the answer. Not time I should have not waited. Gotta go right for it. Good. Oh, baby! That was awesome. Nice. Checkpoint me. Dude, we're probably pretty close to the end of the level now. They're giving us a freebie. Oh, we needed one dash in there. That felt good, Near. That felt good. Armando was co-creator of a character called Alan Partridge. If you haven't, you watch some of his work with that character in it. Okay. You ever watch Mock the Week? The one with Dara O'Brien, Hugh Dennis? I know the name Hugh Dennis for sure. I know the name Hugh Dennis. Russell Howard. I don't know him. His usual host. Think I asked before but forgot. It does. It sounds familiar, Mira. I feel like I probably have seen a bit, but not a lot. I don't remember it as well as I remember some of the other British panel shows. I see. Oh! Fun stage. Your second monitor background TV habit that keeps coming to mind is something you have a great time with? Yeah, maybe that's something I'll put on like during the days. Because yeah, I separate my TV into two camps. Like TV I'm actively watching and TV that's on in the background. And something like Peep Show is a good background noise show, but right now, since I'm watching it for the first time, it's first screen content. You know, but if I really like it, it's the kind of show that I would watch again as background screen content. Veep we've had as background recently because Leah and I have both seen it before. Oh! Yeah, panel shows are pretty good for that. That I would use for background content even on first viewing, just because a lot of it's almost more like podcasty. Come on. Licking the disky? Hell yeah, appreciate it. Alright, dial a little bit. Oh, the little pink. The stinky pinky. What are you gonna do, bro? Huge. Oh my god, we snuck through that. Didn't make it. Didn't make it. I feel like we want to bounce diagonal down and right off of that guy. You know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean? Nah mean, as J-Rock would say in Trailer Park Boys. Another great one. Another great background noise show after you've already watched it once. That little part is very hard to do, honestly. I was going too Sonic there. I was going too Sonic. You got to be a little more Knuckles. A little less Sonic, a little more Knuckles. Just like Grandpappy used to say. Gotta hand it to her. That was quite the lead shot. Pretty sick. Fuck you. I wasted a lot of time on big loop-de-loops there. Oh, come on. Most of the time I am paying attention to the laser, and then the times that I fucking forget for a second, it gets you, man. Watching the Mitchell and Webb lock, it's their Mitchell and Webb look, it's their sketch show. No, I haven't. I'd probably enjoy that too. Once again, just looking at David Mitchell's face makes me laugh. So I think I was predisposed to like Peep Show. Because half of that show is him just like, you know, being insanely awkward and then looking stupid in a situation. Comedy gold, yeah. Yep. Come on. Whoop. One thing that's actually interesting about Peep Show and sort of a remnant of, I think, a different age of sitcoms is Peep Show. It's a sitcom just basically about two like late 20s dudes who are like kind of losers. And, you know, they're chasing success and love and whatever. Mostly sex. And it is episodic to the core. To the core where, like, there is this recurring female character played by Olivia Colman that's sort of like the love interest of the lead. And get fucked! And episodes will end with, like, him doing something insanely awkward and embarrassing himself horribly in front of her, and she'll be, like, weirded out and, like, clearly put off by him. And then the next episode will start, and it'll be like it literally never happened. And she'll be like, hi, Mark! You know, right away, like, no problem whatsoever, constantly, like, the previous episodes have no consequence, largely. I think there's definitely some serialization. Like, eventually, thank you for the GGs. Eventually, they might actually date and stuff. But I feel like a lot of TV shows now look back and they see, like, you know, the Sam and Diane and the Jim and Pam and stuff, and they're like, we need to have, like, a continuous through line in our sitcom always, and it is now to the point where it is sometimes at the detriment. Because before the continuous through line, you know, the B-plot that would progress was, like, a bit of an extra thing, and it's becoming more of the main thing and taking away from what the sitcom actually is, which is the episodic format, you know? And I think it's interesting to watch a show from, you know, 25 years ago and just see how distinctly different it is. Ooh, let's go. This is the last stage. Yep. Oh, waitress. Well, and the funny thing is stuff like fucking Sam and Diane or whatever, I haven't even watched Cheers, but I'm pretty sure it took, like, forever for them to get together and stuff. But people are like, no, we got to be all about the serialized stuff. And it's like, there was a lot of just sitcom bullshit in Cheers as far as I understand it before that. Hi, Gizmo. What's up, rats? Welcome back. Yes. I should have clung to the ceiling up there. This room's gonna be a pain in the ass. How you doing? Pretty good. We're chilling. You do run a thing about finding good quality? Like, I just found out trying to find a playlist view, 360p hitting diff. That's all right, Mira. I can tank it. I can tank it. I don't care that much. The quality I've been watching Peep Show in is horrible. Because that's all they got. You know? It was filmed on, like, a camcorder. It's like that if you watch, you set up your little phone drink holder thing. Nice. It's like that if you watch, like, the first season of Always Sunny again, too, you know? Like, it's, the quality is clearly bad. Trailer Park Boys is that way. It's all right, man. As long as the show's funny, who cares? It's honestly, it's a certain degree of authenticity. Not bothered by quality as long as it's visible. Yeah, basically. Billy! Billy rose because he got defeated by 2 gay rats in the Stream Elements commands. Yeah. Ew. It also depends on the thing, to be fair. I'm not bothered by the quality being bad in fucking Peep Show and being like 420p because that was the way it was produced and, you know, it's whatever. That's the way it's like supposed to be. But if you were watching something that was made in 2025 and is supposed to be beautiful and you're watching it like with really bad quality, then it matters more. You know, like I don't want to watch. Leah and I were talking about maybe now that we finished season 1 of True Detective, we're talking about maybe finally watching season 2 of Arcane. I would never fucking watch Arcane at 360p. You know, because that show like is there to look at. It's a good show in a lot of margins or in a lot of ways, but one of the big facets of it is literally just looking at it because the art is awesome. You know? That was Curse Grid as my ultimate ability. 100%. The one thing Lol did right. I've heard people don't like season 2 as much, but I'm trying to go into it with an open mind. I really like season 1. And I liked season 1 despite the fact that I was not open to the show. I was like, a LOL show? That's gonna be awful. And then like one of my roommates put it on at one point, and like most of us were kind of like, oh man, like all right, I guess, let's see, you know? Let's see how it is, but... And then, like, by the end of episode 1, we were like, no, wait, you know? And then by the end of episode 3, we were like, they're cooking. They're actually cooking. You're making what? You're making your fake chicken nuggets? You're taunting me because I don't have my buffalo chicken? I literally, I need to think about when the cycles are happening. I'm kind of just playing like they're not, I don't need to time it. Thought I couldn't enjoy it at all with the Zero League knowledge other than Ari Hot. Yeah, they beautifully handled, appealing to people who knew the game with references without oversaturating it. Like my buddy that I was talking about, my old roommate. Oh, hello. Leah's new mouse pad. I was gonna say my roommate Liam, he never played any League of Legends at all, and he really liked Arcane, and he was like, yeah, there were some times where like a moment would happen, and it was clear to me like this is a reference. Like, they're pausing on this thing, and that must be like, oh, this is like a person I'm supposed to, you know, that other people might know, or this is a big moment where they get something or whatever. But it was done in a way that really didn't hurt it very much. Odie's on the mouse pad? Here, you want to show them up close? It is cute. It is cute. My mouse pad's just black. It's boring. Odie for Mira, she said. Looked up Ari, and I've definitely seen her before. Yeah. Ari is hot. I played a lot of Ari. Ari's a fun champion. She has a pretty, you know, like, right out of the box kit, you know? She's got a straight ball shooty thing, and then she can make a charm. She has a charm that makes people walk into the straight ball shooty thing. I love it. Ari pisses me off. I played a lot of Ari. Ari's very much like a, you know, if you get ahead at all, you can just be instigating people, which is obviously feels bad. Hate the charm? Yeah. Brand? Never considered I could get a mouse pad that large? It's awesome, Blue. I have one of those. Yeah, she got it because I'd been saying, like, you should get one of these. It's great. I've got a big, like, long mouse pad like that I've, you know... I have a wireless keyboard and mouse, so I kind of can move them around on it and stuff. I like Brand. Brand and his stun can get fucked. The white-haired hot Archer ladies who Leah's asking about, that's Ash. Mine is just plain dark gray, yeah. I generally like that kind of like minimalist stuff a bit, but I don't know. I've been getting a little more maximalist with that kind of stuff recently. They're not dashing, no. Remember one of those small circle pads? I had those for a long time. Do you have a big long one now, Mira? Hit twice you die. Yeah, honestly, rats. I haven't used one since it feels bad to have a mouse pad to have a little bit of extra height. Doesn't line up well with my desk. Gotcha. I just like it because the mouse pad, like, your mouse just moves really well on it and stuff, you know? It just, for how cheap these big mouse pads are, it feels luxurious. Big, long, hanging one. Yep. Nice, yeah. Just do a lot of it with my desk while it's being big enough to use comfortably, so I just never used one. Hey, I mean, if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Never had a big one. I like high sensitivity, so I don't need the room. Yeah, it's weirdly, it's not even so much about the room as having, like, this sort of, like, designated space that I think I like. Like, it's the designated space where certain things go on my desk, like my mouse and my, you know, my keyboard and the Stream Deck and stuff. It's like, that is... It's sort of like an outlining of the sacred gaming space. Stop yourself? What the... Oh, to show your mouse pad, yeah. The edge curls on yours? Mine hasn't started doing that yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if eventually. MTG playmats are great mouse pads. Yeah, because they got cool art on them a lot of the time, too. I did. When we were getting Leah a mouse pad the other day, ordering one for her, I thought about getting myself a cool mouse pad too, but I was like, no, you don't need it. You do not need it. She doesn't have a mouse pad at all right now. I have one. Rylai's still in the fucking game? Of course it is. Sorry, I only go Magi's. Because I don't die, I just get kills. Damage, red buff, burn. My god, I might be toxic. Yes, it's still toxic. Large mouse pad under my basically everything, but I also have a regular size mouse pad on top of that for my mouse. That's funny. That's funny, G. I have a giant mouse pad too. It's sick. And once again, these things are not pricey. I think mine was like, you know, $9. I think hers with the drawing on it was like $12. You dash it to the bounce. Does it go really high? Good question. Probably not. I think it just... I'm not affording this the brain power I need to. Yeah, no, not really. Used to elbow aim in Overwatch, but still only use like half the pads. So definitely resonate with being a designated area more than efficiency. Yeah. It is just a kind of because I like it. Canada prices again. Mine was $16. Yeah, but that about adds up, right? That's about comparable. That's what we're talking about. There it is. There it is. You need to dash to the side and grab. That's the end of the room, though, bro. We solved it. How? That's tough. I'll get it. I'll get it. Oh. Like, it's also under my keyboard. The desk under the keyboard gets gross otherwise. Yeah, and it's actually one thing that's nice about the long mat as well is I regularly pick it up and take it outside and, like, flap it out and get all the cat hair off it very easily. Stuff like that. Cat hair, detritus, cummies, what have you. My own hair. Yeah, Leah's still got a not a great keyboard over there, so we gotta get you a better keyboard. Just not the highest part, because that one's fine, you know, but it offends me that it's not mechanical. Need to send my initial thoughts on Spirit Vale? Yeah, I'm curious, Billy. Because Spirit Vale is very much a game that I enjoy, despite thinking that it's clearly off-putting in a lot of ways. You know? Detritus is a troll? You're a troll. Most people are running Desk and Dawn slot builds if the character can run it, which doubles on hit triggers, including champion passives. Fucking Darius. I remember when Darius dropped. I was there. I was fucking there, bro, when it was written. Just dunking on people with Darius when he first dropped. It was like, I mean, they probably cycled it to being busted, you know, there and back again a million times, but it was insane when it first dropped. Here we go. Almost. We had to kill like one more second, maybe? Need that rig for Leah, yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to be getting that for sure. It's just, you know, we're just being responsible. We're doling things out one by one, basically, because we're still recovering from buying the house. Only so much we can do. We're very lucky to have been able to get the house at all. I'm trying to get around to the other side of the pink and then hold it, and then jump off of it to the heart. I don't know if Dusk and Dawn... I don't recognize that item. I don't know if Dusk and Dawn was an item when I was playing League. I remember Rylai's Crystal Scepter. I don't... It's new? Okay. Newish. Yeah, new for me. I haven't played League in years at this point. Just trying to bounce off the back of the bouncer. Or for a bit? Hell yeah, I appreciate the lurk, Mira. Oh! We actually should take 10 minutes. Let's finish the B-side and then take our... Well, we're gonna go until 30:50. We're gonna give ourselves 3 more minutes of attempts. If we don't get it in 3 minutes, we're gonna take 10 minutes, because it's getting kind of late already. This is r/Ari mains. We are just talking about fucking League in here right now. Doubles any on-hit effect. It's really good as a Spellblade trigger. That sounds really good. You know what's crazy and I think verifies me as a League unk? I was there when dodge was just a stat. Dodge was just a stat that you could get, like, really high amounts of. And if you played, like, Jax or Twitch, you could just have really high dodge all the time and just not get hit. Oh, no, it's oatmeal. Say something. I'm giving up on you. Oh, but I don't think it can.
TV.
Just please, let him go. Poor boy. Did you wake him up? He was meowing at you? Okay. I was like, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah, what was that? What's that? What's that League of Legends Spellblade item? It's got attack power and ability power on it, and it like stacks up some kind of good stacks as you hit faster and faster. And that was Jax's shit. You picked up that, and then you picked up the gun blade that gave you the active with like the burst. Guinsoo's Rage Blade. Guinsoo's Rage Blade. That's it, Hex. Let's go. What's the name? I can't believe I can't remember. What's the name of the ability power hat? Death Cap? Rabadon's Death Cap. Rabadon's Death Cap. That's it, right? Rabadon's Death Cap, baby. It's crazy how I haven't played League in a long time, and that stuff it's so baked into the brain. Is Trinity Force still around? Gotta be still around. We gotta hang there for a second. The 30-hour timer? Yeah, that's total in-game time. Oh. Oh, wait, could I have just gotten to the heart that way? You see that faith that has had in myself and in everything I've ever believed in? No. What I'm saying? Yeah, I think I see it. Really matters like Ardent Censor Janna in 2017-ish, Breaking Worlds. I'll see. That's after me still. Although actually no, I was playing. Well, that's after college for me, so no, I wasn't playing League much at that point at least. The last like real League phase I had was in college. Hit. Did we pass the time? By the way, we did pass the time. This is our last attempt before break. All right, one more attempt and then break. One more good attempt and then break. One more good attempt and then break. Break his legs. Oop. Haha, recovered. That counts. That counts. That counts, but I almost did the thing, Beefy. I do think you're right. Let's take 10 minutes. It's 8:42. I'll be back at 8:53. Stick around if you're enjoying the stream, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, we're back with some more Celeste. Keep on keeping on. Die. Good way to start. Good. Titty. I'm off my cycle immediately. I was on a unicycle, now I'm on no cycle. Come on, man. Anyone here ever ridden a unicycle? I sure as fuck haven't. It feels like it'd be terrifying to be all the way up there. At least if it's like one of the big old-timey ones. Aw. At my college, who was known for it. He was that guy. You just said he was the unicycle guy. I tried, I failed and grazed my knee. I was like 9 or so. Damn, and so you were like never again. Beefy, like a 65-year-old man, was like, never again. I'm not touching that shit. I saw its dark side and I said it was something I never want to look at again. No, I tried thrice more. How did it go the following 2 times? The plot thickens. Grazed my other knee. Now I got no knees. Oh, because of a unicycle. Good. I did the thing again. Yeah, I just gotta launch across. Grabbing the other side, I don't think is actually necessary. Beefy's right. We just gotta use the tools. Stupid. Wait for the cycle, brother. Wait. Now? That. 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 Literally straight up. You put a little hot sauce in your ketchup? Holy shit, you're a chef. How is it? She said it's really good. Oh, let's go! Yes! Complete Chapter 6 B-side, baby! That's 6 of them in the bank. Now add barbecue and then call it your special sauce. Let's go! Huge. Congrats, thank you. I appreciate it. It was hard. Hard B-side in general. Hard B-side in general, for sure. We died over 1,000 times. 1077. Easy hit was deathless, that's right. Thank you for the hydrate. Oh no, I'm out of booze. You fail, could you grab me one, man? Thank you for the hydrate. All right. Now, on to the summit. On to the summit. So we don't have the B-side or the secret. So for reference, you can go to the final subchapter, reach the 28th flag, and go to the secret. This isn't the solution. You've already been there. Okay, yeah. I see what you mean. That's very helpful, Thebes. What you're saying is there was that spot before where I saw the B-side, but it was like, I need to have some of these hearts to get through it or what, like some shit. I mean, good job. Go to the final subchapter. Right. Oh yeah, and we have 2 jumps. We have 2 bounces now. I forgot. You get 2 things at the very end. It's super fun. I don't remember what you do. Oh, you're battling. Yeah. Here. This was the thing where I needed stuff, and I have the stuff now, right? No? Now do I need to do now I need to do something. Hold on, now I need to do something. This will be a bit more handholdy because this one's long. As tell you got 1 crystal, you need them all. There's 1 in every subchapter, so you should head back to the first. I'll tell you the subchapter to avoid. That would be a massive skill check, by the way. Okay, so I'm about to get fisted, raw. My bottle of hair oil fell into my toilet mid-flush and my plunger is broken. How's your night going? Oh, rats. I'm so sorry. That sucks. That really sucks. I dropped my box mod vape into the toilet one time at work, and it went down into the pipes. You're into that? Yeah. That's hilarious. I was able to fish it back out, but it was in there. It was in the swimwear. So sad that it's so funny. It does suck. Yeah, vape lost in the lease. All right, so I need to go get crystals in each of the sub-chapters. So now, restart the chapter. The lid shutter, I can't relate. Yeah. Remember in this instance, I was pulling my pants up, and for whatever reason, I had my vape in my, wait, that restarted the sub-chapter. I had my vape in my, shirt pocket. I was wearing, a button-down. Celeste Stussy. We actually started shutting the lids all the time here now, though, because we caught Gizmo drinking out of the toilet. Speaking of which, gotta make sure they have water. They don't drink out of the damn toilet. What? What do you mean, Bob? What's going on? Happy Thursday. It feels like Friday, man. God forbid girls. Okay, so each subchapter has a crystal we need to find. You got 1 crystal, you need them all. There's 1 in every subchapter. So head back to the first, I'll tell you the subchapter to avoid. Thebes remembers where we got the previous crystal. Thebes, you're a real help through this Celeste playthrough. A true goat. Yeah, part of it is the the toilet is closer than the cat's water bowl is if Gizmo's like on our bed. So we might just put a water bowl in our room too. Remember doing stages that weren't B-sides? You got to find the tape, but the chapter select tells you which section it's in. Nice. We got some stuff to do here. We're moving, though. I would say we're moving and grooving. Hold on. Don't sneak nothing by me. Okay, it is nothing. There's a crystal. Hold on, right there. Look at this. Up there. Why do they let me go up there? Yup! Ha ha ha! Why do they let me go up there? I might have found that before, though. I don't know if that's anything big, actually. But help me if this man tells me the story of Gizmo's birth. Bob, 7 streams. Let's go, buddy. Tape is in chapter 3 section. Okay. Hey, I didn't get this straw before. This is new, chat. Bad. Start over. What happens if you fall, by the way? Because I'm not going to be able to fall after. Just takes you back. Okay. No, yeah, I don't have a visceral story of Gizmo's birth. Everything about Gizmo's life has been perfect, including her birth. Unlike Oatmeal's, which was a horror, a mistake of nature. We should respect Mother Nature, but Mother Nature, like all beings, is occasionally just wrong and bad, you know? And Oatmeal's a good example of it. And unfortunately, Leah and I and Gizmo are forced to deal with the consequences. Come on, man. That's what it is to be a pet owner, man. Come. The representation of all the bad in the world, yeah. Whereas Gizmo is all the good in the world. You know? And frankly, sometimes the flagrant dichotomy is a little too binary for a conducive household, which is why we need more cats. Far outweighs Gizmo, sadly. Can you give... Oh, I still didn't get it. It was all for one straw. There are theoretical equivalencies, but they ignore the magnitude of the issue, which is the primary concern. Yes, sir. You almost got me with that little crystal there at the end. Thank you. Drops are good practice for the B-side? True. And I already got the really heinous one that y'all were saying is like famously hated. Chicken nuggets not enough? You're ravenous still, dear? He's ravenous. I don't know if I'm ever eating at any Olive Garden with a back alley again, specifically one with a back alley. The fact that the story of Oatmeal's birth has stuck with you so much, honestly, I feel very honored, you know? It means that there's something about my storytelling that was compelling. Whether or not the connotation's positive. He actually just appeared. He's screaming exactly when he burst forth from my penis. No, it means there's something wrong with Oatmeal? I don't know. Those two aren't mutually exclusive. You know, I said there was something compelling about it, and you said, no, there's something wrong with Oatmeal. And is it perhaps that Oatmeal being fucked up and awful is compelling? And if so, am I just channeling that like a prophet? Or a shaman? Don't! I hate how hungry I am. It's a curse. Curse of the Black Pearl, baby. A whole bushel of apples, you know what I'm saying? Or boast this, bitch. Come on, man. Alright. Just set up just so it's so easy to hit the fucking crystals. I just have to wait a second before dashing because then I'll drop low enough in order to not skim my little head. I just had to climb. Grab the fucking trigger. That's all it is. That's all it is. Perfect. I'm the worst. Yeah, I'm hungry all the time. I'm hungry now. I'm excited for dinner later. I'm not sure what I'm gonna have because my heart says buffalo chicken, but I don't have any. I don't know. Maybe a Bertolli bag. Oh! There it is. Hey, I got the strobs in here. Spikes there, sus. Yeah, true. We have to be fully on the lookout. That's good thinking, Beefy. We're looking for a crystal that I missed before. But, you know, the Crunch that played this the first time around was basically an infant compared to the Crunch now. To continue on the topic of magnitudes. That was the straw that we had to, like, shoot under and get or something. Stop giving me so much cholesterol and you aren't listening. Yeah, that could be true. I would say any signs my heart has given me, I have written off as I'll probably feel better tomorrow. And generally, it's been true. It's not always tomorrow, but, you know, in the colloquial sense, it's close enough that it may as well be. Sir? I get heartburn sometimes. Yeah, it hasn't been bad recently. Oh, yeah, we gotta chase Badeline around. There's something over to the right there. That was a sub-chapter. Fuck. Right? That was a sub-chapter and I missed it. This is the final room and it was right there at the very top. What about restart? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Fucking fuck. Yep, gotta go back. I saw it, too. I saw it there on the right. You could climb up on the right and go over. Hope his heart burns to a crisp someday. No, I don't. I can't believe you want my heart to burn like a crisp. Tried to warn you fast enough? No, you're good. I was zooming. The game kind of gets you to do that. You get into the, like I was saying, at least for me, I get into this flow state where I'm just moving through the level, you know, and I'm having fun. Like, at that point, I didn't really remember it, but it was intuitive enough to follow along, and it was fun. But it's alright. Can you? Yeah. We'll do it a lot faster this time. Eat some yogurt or something? No. You saying for, like, my gut biome? You telling me my tummy's gonna pog over some yogurt? Sure. For a ball, you can pause and retry. Gotcha. Fuck! Time you hear someone say that it's first flight on a plane, yeah, we're gonna crash? Absolutely not. Jamie Lee Curtis taught us. Good old Jamie Lee Curtis. Alright, get me out of here. Good. Look how fast we made it back, chat. It's been seconds. But it's funny that there are certain things in life you cannot do just because they're funny. You know, yelling bomb or like we're gonna crash on a plane, I feel like are some of them. You spikes, man! Alright. Not funny. Well, it can be funny for you, but it's very not funny for them and can be not funny for a lot of other people when there are like consequences and the fucking like air marshal gets involved, you know? No, I did it! Good. I hit it. Yes. And it's funny. A bomb in the airport, a secret enemy horde appears called complete. Yeah. Who won rounds earlier? I put 1K on Crunch and left. I won, yeah. Huge. You're mine. Nice. Ooh. You get away with yelling, we're gonna crash, but the plane is still stationary. They might cart you off the plane. Yeah, they certainly won't like it. You know? The flight attendants are not gonna be like, good one, bro! It's not gonna be a, and then everyone claps situation. Alright, 500 meters. Sir, you have to leave, yeah. Good fun, but not to make someone scared they will die kind of way. Yeah, there was a thing in my school, my high school growing up. I forget why, but we like didn't have enough substitute teachers or something like that. And there was a time... What the hell? You guys see that shit? There was a time when, for some like study halls, they would just put legitimately like a ton of like upperclassmen, like juniors and seniors, just in the auditorium. And they would put like one professor or one teacher in there to sit up on the stage and monitor the kids. And all of us would have to just sit in the auditorium and like do study hall stuff, like pretend to do homework or do nothing. You know, yap and stuff. But during that, for whatever reason, it started being a thing that some of the scamps would do. I never did it myself, but I was friends with some of the scamps and, you know, watched them do it. People would go to one of the many light switches and just turn off all the lights. And there are no windows in this room, so it would immediately get pitch black in the entire auditorium. And like one teacher was not enough to like guard all of the points. And it was like, even with the lights on, it was kind of a dim, big room and stuff. And so people would be like ducking beneath the chairs and stuff to like hide and wait till the teacher like wasn't explicitly looking and then like bolt behind, you know, the curtain cover and then go over here and hit the lights and turn the whole thing out. And obviously everybody like thought it was funny basically, but also people would like scream every time and stuff. And it was like a thing. They eventually like brought in the assistant principal into one of these halls. It just had plain switches, yeah. They literally brought in the assistant principal to one of these halls, and he did the thing where he was like, come on, guys. I'm gonna be real with you a second to here. Just me to you here, you know, like, come on. You know what you're doing is not cool. You know what you're doing is not cool. You know, one of those kinds of conversations. Was these slots you need a key for? No, these motherfuckers were just out there, and there were several of them. They were around at different entrances to the auditorium, because it was like a big room, you know? It's one of the biggest rooms in the school. Where they foolishly placed the switch for the boys' bathroom outside the actual bathroom. It also had no windows. That's hysterical and a glaring flaw. I think motion lights in bathrooms like that are a great thing so that nobody can do that to people. Which was regular for like just enough light to get around if you didn't have a key. Gotcha. Yeah, no, this was the whole kit and caboodle. Like, you would have to hit several switches at once. Like, it was like 4 switches or something. You could go over and be like, bang, and hit them all. Yeah, and one of my buddies, Ryan, he was just, you know, lithe and like, you know, incredibly stealthy like a panther. He never got explicitly caught doing it, and he did it legit, like, I feel like over the course of a few study halls, I saw him do it like 8 or 9 times. He was one of the main perpetrators for sure. Strawberry path on the left. I think it locks you out without warning if you don't. Okay, so I must go to this path on the left. Gotcha, Thebes. And we'll still wait and pray so the motion lights turn off and no one can see you. Yeah, there you go. Gotta remember this fucking room. Ow. Jump scare 101. My friends and I played a lot of Manhunt growing up, so did lots of like jump scare ass shit with my friends. Because Manhunt is basically just hide and seek with a scarier name. Chapter 2 also has branching paths. Gotcha. Ugh. What was the strat here? How did I do this before? Because I do feel like I vaguely recall this room. There it is. We got the ghost straw, chat. Oh! Okay, so yeah, if I had gone to the right, I couldn't have come over here. Which is apparently important, so we must be close to the crystal. You... Hit. Huge. All right, in here, is there something? Look, there's a little shelf over there, chat. Why? Did I check this out before? Hey, 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 new straw. Of course, it couldn't be that easy. What was I thinking? Quite long hair, so what I would do is wait at one end of a dark corridor for someone to turn on the lights, put my hair over my face, and sprint full speed at them. That would be effective, Beefy. That would be effective. Definitely choose your prey wisely with that, or else someone, like, might actually shoot you. You know? Make sure it's someone who's, like, not, you know, open carrying. Hit. Come on, man. And you gotta grab on and jump over there. Yeah. This. Over. Never make... It's so close, but you don't make it, man. And that... You hit the ceiling, which... The boost is good. You need the height, but it's not actually enough. Hold on. There you go. Give me the straw. Any secrets over here, by the way? No, sir? All right, we're still in that path, it looks like. We haven't actually joined in with a... You... Is there anything here, though? I gotta stay on the lookout for, like, are you something? No. Anything? Those symbols on the wall have been in, like, every room so far. A little gap? Did you see a little gap? You don't mean the exit, right? In the spikes. In the spikes! Oh, Beefy. There it is. Beefy. Good eye, kid. Holy. Nice, man. Genuinely very, very nice. I'm taking a hit to celebrate Beefy's genius. BV carrying is a proper non-Celeste knower on multiple occasions. Yeah, just an observant chatter. Just an observant chatter. We're moving along at an okay pace here, though, honestly. Sir. So Beefy can contribute for the crucifixion. Yeah, we will have to crucify Beefy, unfortunately. That's, you know, that's just business. Okay, now we could jump out to the sub-chapter to go a little faster. As we're done with that one. Thank you for the straws. So now we're on to 1,000 meters, right? And this is the one that has the B-side on it. 1,500, which they were talking about. Do we need to go to 1,000? Probably. Right? This bullshit, the jellies. Huge. Jesus died for your sins. I died for mine. You and I are not the same. Are we so different? Okay, never mind. That wasn't where you were going with that. Oh, come on. I thought that was a thing and it wasn't a thing. Do you think Jesus ever looked at an itemized list of his sins and that some of them was like, really? You rented Backdoor Sluts 9 5 times? The same porno 5 times? You paid $6.99 for that every time? On Comcast On Demand in 2008? Damn it. Comcast Sportsnet, get your game on. That's what I'm talking about, brother guy. I'm trash. Tough room, and I'm not being organized at all about it. I'm just kind of raw dogging it, which is not the way that the game wants you to do it. Hey, we did it though. Okay, look around. There's stuff here. So you can watch a 2-star rated porno 5 times and still go to heaven. You're welcome. This was a straw we got. So I don't think we need to do this. We're looking for both the crystal and the B-side here, chat. The crystal and the B-side. There? No? Can exist right here. Anything special about this space? No, it's just letting me go. That's next subchapter, just crystal. Oh, right. I literally already forgot. Rob me? Like the inside of a Pop-Tart? What's up here? You exist to, like, let me turn around, right? Yeah, and then I go like this. Yes, sir. So we actually made our way to the critical path, which was not what I wanted to do. But Thebes, have I gone too far? Pop-Tarts somehow taste better cold, but I toast them anyways. I don't. I have gone too far. Okay. You passed it. Okay. Yeah, I generally don't toast Pop-Tarts because I'm lazy, but Leah always toasts her Pop-Tarts and they smell incredible. So, you know, I'm seeing where it's valuable. For sure. Good? Gouda? Come on, man. Huge. Gotta do this room again? Come on, man. I'll do the other rooms, but this room? For real, bro? Toast crumbs to get the smell, but raw dog most of it. That's an interesting idea. And smell affects taste so much, you know? So. Come on. I'm almost at the end now of my cinnamon toast crunch that I got, but it has been heavenly. I'm gonna be back to Cheerios soon, and you know, that is what it is. I had my fun. I had my vacation in Cinnamon Toast Crunch Land, and then it's back to my less sugary cereal at the very least. Okay, so now I want to go over to the right, because this is where I apparently fucked up. I went Avengers Endgame, and we weren't even at Infinity War, you know? Okay, we're back here. How the fuck did I not come over here? I must have just gone too far and then been like, oh shit, I can't go back. Oh well, I'll be back later. Oh, almost. Tit. The great horned tit. Dangle it deliberately, yep. Huge. There's horned tits. Maybe. You clearly don't know. Yep. Madeline. That one was on her, chat. Let's be real. More Straubs that I have not seen before ever in my life. I definitely did exactly what I did this time last time I was here, where I assumed that up path was the non-critical, went that way, and then got locked out. Holy shit, there's a lot going on over here. Past it? Oh, man. You too far. All for horny tits, but wacky. I wonder if there is a horned tit. Probably not. It just sounds like something, right? The Great English Horned Tit. Wow. Look at the breast on that tit. You know what I mean? There's something to it, chat. I don't think I'm speaking pure nonsense. It's not pure sense either, but you know what is? Gizmo should be coming down soon to demand dinner. Yeah, she's got about a half hour. Oh! I keep forgetting I have 2 dashes, by the way. Because, I mean, you operate for a million years on 1 dash. And then, you know, they just want you to adapt like a fucking chameleon. Commanding some horned tits, yeah? They can be real, chat. No one has said they aren't. Oh! No one's asked Jeeves or nothing. You guys see that? Ugh! Good save. It was a good save. It ultimately was still buffoonery. We got there. Never develop a strategy for that room. Just raw dog it. Oh yeah, you can get extra boosticles on the end, by the way, it looks like. Do you guys see there? I got a little extra tomato sauce on the end. When I, like, let it hit me. Oh yeah, it's because I'm boosting at the end and shouldn't. Let it do... That's what it is. It has a bouncy pad at the end, and I was gimping that. Alright, we're back. We went over there. Right? We went too far by leaving this room quickly. We didn't get the strawberry in here, and we went up, and then we went to the right. Something like that. To be also taught you can jump forward out of a dream block. Yeah, true. Yeah. You should also... Yeah. That's just tech you'll have forgotten. 100%. Autumn beat you, but yeah, y'all are both... Hey! Hello! Alright. See? Tit! Good news, at least 6 baby shrimp survived so far. Let's go, Deegan. The aquarium grows, brother. I respect your dedication, man. You were like, I'm going to get an aquarium, and you've been all in on it. Oh my god. For lease agreement purposes, this is just my Gundam display. Perfect. Tune on my dude on Crunch, will if you say so? Oh no. Alright, I got the crystal. And we don't need the B-side, so get me out of here. Return to map. There was a strob that I missed that I saw there, but whatever. Alright, we've got 2 crystals. Well, I had 3, so there's still one that apparently I got already, but we're headed on to 3 now. Correct, this has the crystal you already collected. The cassette is still here. Okay. Hey, welcome back, Mira. It's B-Remu. Local spirit veil addict. This is the 4 sections. Yeah, that's what it's at the end of the laundry area. Gotcha, okay. Alright. Whenever I want to, I choose not to. I'm a little torn tonight after stream. A, it's the freaking weekend, baby, so I can stay up till like 3 in the morning playing video games if I want to, and no one can freaking stop me. And B, I'm a little torn if I want to play Path of Exile 2 or more Rock on Island in UFO 50. Because now that Deegan's like, I'm gonna gold Rock on Island, I feel like I gotta gold Rock on Island. I don't gotta, I want to. Forced, yeah. But I definitely am going to be getting back to my Po2 run. Still 3 up till 3 a.m. watch you play video games? Let's go, Beefy. Yeah, it's probably, what time is it now in good old England? 2:30 a.m.? 1:30 a.m.? No, I think it's 2:30. Midnight is 7 p.m. my time. It's 9:36 right now, so it's 2:30. 2:36 a.m., yeah. Let's go, Beefy. Appreciate you being here, bud. You're my fucking scout. You spotted that thing earlier. I'm doing this wrong. I have to iterate here. Huge. Oh, right, the grabby fingers. Anything down here? Yes, sir. What's this? Mira's finally shaking the sleep off. Ugh. Mira sleeps, she claims to. I wouldn't say the proof is there. Is that another gap? Where? The one down there that I just went into? Go back. All right. Come on. I'm doing... I swear to God I'm doing up diagonal. I mean, obviously I'm not, but I swear to God I am, man. There a gap here? Oh, down below. You're right. There is one. By God, he's right. By God, he's right. Another straw. Yeah. Government gauge interest if I don't keep up appearances. Mira's actually Nosferatu. She claims to not like horror movies to cover for her well-known persona. Also the Gerber baby, yeah. Happy Mira is the Gerber baby. Mad Mira is Nosferatu. Every person contains multitudes, chat. That's what this is about at the end of the day. But as far as horror movies go, I don't know if you would really like it, Mira, but that's one I could see you actually maybe being more behind because it's really not jump scary at all. It's just like vibes. And it's all very fake horror, you know? It's like vampires and stuff, but I don't know. Maybe not still. I know you just hate the genre. All Gerbers are Mira, not all Miras are Gerber. Yeah, there we go. You want to see me play Five Nights at Freddy's? I said Nosferatu, Mira, the new one. The new Nosferatu that came out. It's like, you would call it a horror movie, but it's not like a jump scare horror movie. It's very like, I don't know. More just about like the vibes. But it's pretty fucking unsettling, so I don't know. You probably still wouldn't like it. I just know you like that dark aesthetic, and it has a lot of that aesthetic for sure. Like, visually, it is amazing. It looks so awesome. Each of those multitudes are people, or more multitudes of people. We are people fractals. That's true. Mind simulating mind, simulating mind, simulating minds. I think human consciousness was a tragic misstep in evolution. Man. Jump scares are the ones I can't deal with. Dark fantasy horror I can manage if it's not like deep psychological horror. Yeah, it's not really. Like, no spoilers, but Nosferatu is the story of Dracula, and it's legit like dark vampire mage casts spell on people and feeds on them and stuff, and it's not like... There are some pretty fucking haunting visuals in it, though, for what it's worth. I don't want to act like it's not unsettling in any way. I just don't remember it being particularly jump scary, because that's not really that director's style. List it goes. I'm curious. Honestly, I don't know if you'll like it. I'm curious to hear, but it might... I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm not super confident. I gotta think smarter about how to deal with this room, by the way. I think a tragic misstep in evolution was the dinosaurs not evolving meteor-resistant armor fast enough. That's true. How would the world be different today if the dinosaurs had meteor resistance? I guess there would be dinosaurs, so that's one big difference we can start at. In movies, it's a cheap trick. Yeah, it depends. I think there are fun and good jump scares. I don't think that I hate them entirely as a thing. I think there are lots of horror movies that substitute any substance with jump scares, and you know, you gotta hit some kind of actual dread in there on top of it. It can't just be all jump scares, man. Nothing else will give me more to work off of the future. Yeah, for real. Oh, man. Yeah, I feel like I like jump scares in the way that I like explosions in movies, you know? I like jump scares the way I like explosions in movies. They're fun and they're spectacular, you know? But I think for me to really think that a horror movie is like great and succeeding at being horror, it has to do at least a bit more than that, you know? Remove the wall from the bean and only one dash. He comes back. That was silly. As long as you use them more sparsely than Michael Bay. You know what's the funniest thing about Michael Bay, Wash? Is that Michael Bay, I might have even talked about this on stream before. Obviously, I know exactly what you're talking about, and Michael Bay is like, he Michael Bayifies the fuck out of stuff, and he makes kind of like action slop and whatever. But I gotta say, at least the man has a fucking style, bro. You know what I mean? Like, when I watch, you know, Netflix slop today, there's no signature at all. When I look at fucking a Michael Bay movie in 10 seconds, I'm like, that's a Michael Bay movie. You know what I mean? And I think that is at least something. That is at least something. He leaves his artist's mark on things. Whether or not we like it is a separate conversation. But at least he's playing ball. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and he grossed out Megan Fox. He's a creep. There's lots of bad things about him. I'm just saying, sometimes I think we've come to a point where Michael Bay is a better standard than some others. The ones that are worst are super realism horror. A good example, I love Law Abiding Citizen, but that intro scene is scarred into my brain. Anytime I rewatch it, I skip past it. Interesting. Yeah, super realism horror is I think, the scariest. Like I've said before, I find The Strangers very scary. Not an amazingly made movie or anything, but it's just about a home break-in. There's nothing fantastical about it. It's about people breaking into your home and you know, attacking you. And that is so, like, it's just in that space of just, like, it can just happen. Recognizable good in a world of algorithms, the answer financially is yes. Yeah, true. When that was made by Blizzard. I don't know funny games. Wait. Oh, that could be something. Definitely, Mira, if you do watch Nosferatu, I know you'll probably do this anyways. Use one of your jump scare guides, because there's got to be at least something, but it's not the main mechanic of the movie at all. And I can't remember any at all, but, like, there must be, you know? There must be at least something that would go off on a jump scare warning sheet. Bottom right one for return. Yeah. Oh! Meant similar to Strangers, but strangely more plausible American version. Original's Australian. Huh, gotcha. I'll think about it. You know what else, actually, I found pretty scary and unsettling? That's, like, not super well made, but it did work for me. That movie, Creep, the first one. I got you, Mira. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it heavy. Maybe I'll do it as a movie night so I can stream it for you for free or something. Both right ones for return. Yeah. Remember just seeing the preview to Chucky because my sisters had dolls and they were creepy as fuck back then. Yeah, some stuff like that is just also, like, creeped me out a lot as a kid for sure. That's something. Hold on. Get. Oh, I should have dashed. You gotta just use the one dash there. The fucking slippy slides! It's too far to go, bro. But yeah, the movie I was saying that did get to me a little bit was that movie Creep. I remember. Pretty unsettling. It's just like kind of like a found footage type film, but it's of just like somebody who gets hired to like go to this weird dude's house and like film stuff for him. I don't know, man. How do we get back? I think BV might be onto something. Not Teeth. No, Teeth was too... I enjoyed Teeth and I watched Teeth, you know, with like my friends and stuff and everything, but it was more just the concept is so ridiculous. It's not really frightening at all. The concept's so ridiculous and treated almost in like a comedy way, and then when you look a little deeper and kind of read into the movie, you see that it's really just like a strong and actually pretty, you know, well-articulated feminist message. It's so absurd, yeah. Your grandma had one of those stereotypical scary cellars where the stairs were lined with old dolls. Hearing the dread, can you get the ice cream out of the freezer? Was not a good evening. Our old roommate Amanda loves those kinds of creepy dolls. She, like, basically collects them. Yeah, I think Beefy's right. We gotta dodge the, Gotta grab the dashes on the way back. So sorry, Nemo. Bring back Furbies. Love the song "Creepy Doll" by Jonathan Colton. I don't know it. You like it? You like the go under like that? What the hell? Yes. God. Nemo what he was getting himself into. That's fair. He did. Nemo is the type of guy, though, where Nemo explicitly banned Ouija boards from the house, which we made fun of him for a lot. Because, like, I don't really want a Ouija board. I don't believe that the Ouija board is going to do anything. And, you know, I don't really want to play with one. But it's just so funny that he was, like, vehemently, like, as, like, a rule. Like, no, I will not allow one in the place that I live. All right, man. I'm kind of curious about scooting now up and over. You hit that little smoke boob. Wise man. Subfloor into the carpet. Better not get a Roomba. Almost. I don't know what my plan is after that, though, to be fair. Hitting the top is so brutal, dude. Like, come on. I wonder also, though, what if I actually do this? Do my little up left here better so that I can clear it? Yes. Not the way. Come on, you want to stand right on the edge. That wasn't fast enough. The left room wall not an option. It is an option, the left wall. I guess, yeah, maybe I should be using that. Oh. How far did you get in the PoE 2 campaign before you took a break? I was like somewhere in Act 2, not super deep into Act 2. So not very far. There it is. Because realistically, the PoE 2 campaign is fucking long. I understand why people kind of whine about that to a degree. Like, the campaign is very good. The campaign is very good, and it's like, why do you really want to rush to the more repetitive content? So I think I understand that to a degree. But, it is just, it's a big investment. Each new interlude, pretty damn fun. Let's go. I never even did, or actually, I might have done some of the early interludes when they were originally put in. But I hadn't done the, I definitely haven't done any, like, the stuff that's, like, any kind of new content. Yeah, that's the way, actually. Just the double diagonal is safer. That's what Sister of the Sea's saying to do? Oh, right onto the tit. great horned, double-breasted English tit. I should be going up and then snagging on the way down or something. There it is. Oh. Grab that wall. Now with 100% more tits. When we said double-breasted, we meant it. Quadrilla boss is my maintain this entire time, just breaking everything. Finally found another boss in the interval that matches it. Nice. Yeah, that was what a lot of people were doing, right? Was specifically using the fucking four-arm gorilla. I remember wiping to that fight a bunch of times the first time I fought that gorilla. Dicks out, baby. Should have gone right for the button. And then go over to the left, and then I can jump my way back over. I see it. Not even close your trial of the bosses. That's funny. 100% getting a nerf. Yeah. I watched Rax's, like, Rax did, like, a, you know, state of PoE 2 right now video. And, oh. I needed to get more things back. In it, he was like, yeah, obviously the ape is super busted, but, like, people are having fun with it. Whatever. Just let people enjoy this, but... Don't try to make it all the way over. Come on, man. There it is. I like scooted along there. Good moves, Badeline. Oh, I didn't have a dash. I shouldn't have spent that dash there. Grab the right one and make it back up to the platform. Doesn't quite let it work like that, but hold on. I might be able to work it in. Like that. Oh, beefy. This is when this is why, chat, I say that I value scampery. It's because, honestly, sometimes I think I'm not scamp enough inclined myself. And that scampery there was genuinely useful. You could even say that it was clever. You could even say that it was clever. I don't like saying nice things about Beefy, but when they're deserved, what can you do? GGG fans aren't fans of balance mid-league. Yeah. That's like offensively OP, and seems like no one's particularly bothered by this one. That was a weird way to do it, but actually does the same thing. Clever is one of my specialties. Yeah, Beefy's a bona fide fucking Slytherin. Beefy's got slick back blonde hair, and he puts the stank on peas when he talks. Can't get both of the dingles, I don't think. Not a guy like me. The one dingle is pretty doable, though. I did get slithered into Harry Potter. I got fucking Gryffindor because I'm boring. Slytherin's objectively cooler. Oh, they're not very nice. Well, the morally correct answers, and you get Gryffindor easy. I'm dead. Both my sisters and myself got Gryffindor too. They're pandering. You know what? They want, they're trying to be like, you're Harry Potter to everybody. Motherfucks. Huge. Oh, I beeped it! Back up. Hit. English horns. Wasted a dash there. You need it. You need the dash to live. Look at that. I'm saving dashes, bro. Oh, I didn't get the guy. Damn it. Not cheeky enough. Yeah, gotta remember the full scampery. Shit. It's so funny to be like, Sum is getting stabbed. What do you do? Call the cops, Ravenclaw, eat food, Hufflepuff, save them, Gryffindor, help, stab them, Slytherin, yeah. I do remember, whenever I did it, I remember the questions, it's probably something they change regularly, right? I remember the questions were much more abstract. And there were ways to, like, definitely deduce what they were getting at with them. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like I did it once when I was younger and remember it being much more like that. And then did it once, like, I don't know, like 5 years ago or something when my friends and I were like, ooh. But yeah. Either way, it's a fucking BuzzFeed quiz, so, you know. BuzzFeed's still around? It's gotta be. It's probably just not, you know, run by humans anymore. Which Power Ranger are you? I didn't fuck with the Power... Like, I did fuck with the Power Rangers a bunch as a very little kid, but it didn't carry over, and I don't remember, like, any of it. So I don't know. So red. Your French Fields watching it was literally just talking about that, was it? I definitely did watch some Power Rangers stuff, but yeah, I don't remember, like, the individuality of them. Whereas, like, Blender does. He'll be like, bro, you don't remember that, like, the Green Ranger was the sickest because he did, like, this shit? Bro? I didn't get the thing. I could have won if I got the thing. I'm cracking under the pressure. This is just a strawberry, man. This is just to get a strawberry. A strawberry. The Green Ranger was for sure the sickest. See, there they are. He's banding together with Blender. See how it is, Deegan. Stupid? Yeah. Stupid way to do that. I panicked in the moment. The Yellow Ranger accidentally racist? Maybe. That wouldn't surprise me. It was the 90s after all. Oh, I need it. All right, we're almost there. Hit. Oh, wrong angle. Miscalculated jump. I think I boosted a little too early. Whoops, wrong. Hit. Reset. Tough strawberry, man. I might be making it harder on myself. Well, I mean, we're cheesing, so not really. Hit. You know, we're like... Tough straw, though. Just hit it and then dash over immediately. Which Lego Ninjago ninja are you? I have actually zero idea about the Ninjago ninjas. I remember thinking that Bionicles were very high Pog value, but remember, unfortunately, very little about the Motunui as a people. And the snake guy? Ninjago ninjas was after my time. Yeah, out of our age group. What was I thinking? Oh, I saw some short clips. Gotcha. Stripe, what's going on? Wrong? Gonna do once I move, go straight to bed. Yep. Very no! Alright, Stripe, this next attempt, this one's for you. Go. Get the bluebee first. Set up here, reset. Good. All going to plan. Let's go. Oh, I died. Well. Alright, this next attempt is for 2 gay rats. Okay, sorry rats. You didn't have the right juice. This next one's for Leah. Sorry, Leah, you don't have it either in this specific context. You obviously rock in other ways. This one's for me. Hit. Not me. All right, this next one is for Waning Light. Sorry, Waning. This next one's for Blue. Gotta do it for the fans. The reception here anyway. Hi, good to see you, Stripe. How's camping? Egan, this next one's for you. Blue couldn't cut it. Oh, Deegan, that was a good one, buddy. You did a good job, for real. You're the worst, do not consume. You did a good job, for real. All right, who have we not hit yet? Mira, this next one goes out to you. Almost. All right, Mira gets a redo because she's a mod. All right, this one's for Mira. God damn it! Harness the squirrel power. 1 for Gizmo. Yeah, 1 for Gizmo is a good idea. That doesn't count. We didn't get a good start. Give Gizmo a good one. Nonsense, but I hit them all. All right. Gizmo didn't pan out, unfortunately. Way back, try jumping off the right side of the center pillar. Okay, I think I understand. Disrespect her with both dashes. Okay. I'm done for. Yeah, she'll kill me tonight, but what are you going to do? Next one's for squirrels. Harness the squirrel power. Honestly, I've seen the squirrel power in effect. I played Marvel Rivals. Squirrel Girl had fucking cake, bro. Her and Venom both. Oh my god. If I were looking at both of those butts in a room, it'd be really hard to decide which one to slap first. You know what I'm saying? Gotta do one for Oat. Squirrels can fly, basically. True. Alright, squirrels, I'm sorry. You didn't have the sauce. This next one's for Oatmeal. Hit. Oatmeal couldn't cut it. Who could have guessed? Alright. Next one's for Genghis Khan. Rest in peace, buddy. You were not a good man, but you know. You did pretty good there. What can you say? The left room wall has no tentacles. It's impossible to hang on to it or climb to it. No, I can use it, but it's not that useful of a wall because it doesn't get me where I need to be. Like, I've been jumping off it sometimes because that's useful. Alright. This next attempt goes out to former Ozeki, current Sekiwake Ionishiki. I believe in you, buddy. In the July tournament, you're going to rebound big time. I see it coming. This one's for you. Ionishki's winning the tournament. He's winning the tournament. Mark my fucking words. I'm calling my shot right now. That was it. That was the gods looking me in the ball sack and telling me I know exactly what's going to happen. Let's go. Let's go for Ionishki, baby. Thank you for the GGs. That was tough. That was tough. It was awesome. It was very satisfying. I had the 2 dashes at the end to just easily secure it. As soon as I talk about sumo, Deegan, we get there. Autumn, thank you for the hydrate. Nice. How do I spell their name? A-O-N-I-S-H-I-K-I. A-O Carrie lives on, yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice, man. All right, what are we looking for here? Still the B side, right? But that was all that, of all that silliness. I should rap soon also, by the way. Hey, oh, here, I'll put it in the chat. Ionishki. Ping diff. Back to secrets finding, yeah. Thank you, dear. I should rap soon, chat. I wonder... I feel like we could at least maybe grab the B side and then rap. Unless the B side rooms are pretty tough usually. I definitely got to rap by 10:30. So we have 20 minutes on the clock as an absolute hard stop. So I can eat dinner at a not ridiculous time. And still kind of ridiculous. Blackberry. Hey, it's right there. Nice. Okay, easy peasy. Brother, I have my tea at like 6. Yeah, that's a lot of people do. I guess that's what I'm saying. I'm definitely an odd man out here, but you know, maybe odd man out in America, but in Spain, I think I would fit right in, right? I'm pretty sure in Spain they eat dinner at like 11 p.m. all the time, bro. They're fucking mowing tacos at 11 p.m. and then, you know, sucking and fucking till 3 a.m. and then going to work the next day. It's crazy. They're a wild people. I had a great time when I visited Spain. In Spain without the S. Yeah, true. Oh, I like to live my life. No soy España. I feel like Spain must be a place that people in Britain visit. Not all the time, obviously, but it must be a popular vacation location. Because it's, like, not that far away and it's, like, pretty and hot. Yeah. Ben, nice. Mino Biblioteca. Community, another great show, man. An Oreo donut? Let's go. Pretty and hot, you know I can relate. Amen. I'm fighting the impulse to try to edit the battle command. You can't. You lack the power. That's a power only given to the B-Remove. Oh! Crunch's Estes flask. God damn it. I don't like hot places, so I left as soon as I could. I didn't mind the heat then when I was there. In that exact circumstance, but I really dislike the heat generally too, so I'm with you. We live in a cool part of the world, and it's still too hot a lot of the time for me. Alright, that was actually like one of the easiest B-side rooms ever. That was like one of the easiest B-side rooms I feel like we have seen yet. Usually the B-side room's like kind of tough. That one was no problem. That one was no problem. Nowhere near as humid, yep. It ain't the heat, it's the humidity, dude. It ain't the heat, it's the humidity. All right, let's end it there for the night, chat. End it there for the night. Save and quit. That's a good stopping point. We got the B-side. We can pick up there next time and continue getting the crystals for the rest of it. Then we're going to do 7B. All that good stuff. I'm the final exam level. That's right. Next time goes out to Ionishki. Thank you for the clip. Thank you for the clip, Blue. I appreciate you. That's a good clip. I'm going to send him that. Maybe it'll give him the strength, you know? Bad night? Fuck you, Beefy. You're a tasteful strob. Let me edit it in portrait mode. God damn it, Jeff. All right, we're going to wrap there for the night. That was a lot of fun. We'll be back playing some more Celeste next week. Certainly, I want to try to finish it up soon if we can. Not because I want to rush through it, but just because we've been playing it for a while and we got some other stuff on the docket and so on. Back to touching grass. Enjoy. Don't die to bugs, Stripe. But we're going to end that episode there. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed. If you did and you're watching on Twitch, hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, please make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you.